What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Kyle, and today marks a very big day for my vending business and a huge milestone. So basically, as you all should know, is that I currently have 5 machines on location out making me a little bit of passive income. So last video, I went ahead and collected all the machines, and with all of the coins that I've collected from that collection along with the one prior, I was able to take all of those coins, which ended up being about $130, deposited it into the bank account, my bank account, and then I bought a whole nother machine just with the coins that I've collected from the business already. So it's very exciting that I have a whole nother machine and I don't have to put any more money into it. So I have yet another machine that's going to be making me more passive income. And to set it a little bit of a step further, a cool little trick on what I do when I buy machines is I never buy them on credit, but I do buy them with my credit card. And what I do is I immediately pay off the credit card as soon as I purchase the machines, but machines being between $100 and $200 a piece, and me getting 1% cash back on each machine I buy, that's a little bit of extra money that I'm eventually going to be able to build up to eventually buy a whole nother machine just with my cash back for my credit card. So just a fun little tip there for anyone who's interested in vending, or really you can apply this fun trick to basically any business to just get that little bit of extra money to reinvest without having to do anything. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is unbox this vending machine, put it together, and then I'm going to give a little bit of a review on what I think about it. So stay tuned. And before I go ahead and put the machine together and give a review and everything, if you could just take a split second out of your day to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out a lot, and it really means a lot to me. So if you could really just take that second, it's all it takes. Just a second to hit that like button. Thanks, really means a lot. Thanks so much, guys. Alright, so now that I got the machine all put together and everything, I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick review. So I'm going to start off with the couple of the negatives that I noticed, kind of the cons, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you the positives, the things that I really do like about the machine. So first up, the first thing I really did notice that I wasn't a huge fan of, but ultimately really isn't that big of a deal, is that the thank you flap is a little bit wiggly. I feel like it could be a little bit more secured on there. I mean, it's not going to like come off or anything, unless like someone's intentionally trying to rip it off, but I just feel like it could be a little bit less loose. Now, the next thing that's also not a huge deal, but did bother me just a little bit, is the fact that this the plastic is very thin and kind of pushes in very easily. Really not that big of a deal, but I just think that it could have been either a harder material or maybe a little bit thicker so it doesn't really push in like that as much. But ultimately, that's also really not that big of the deal. Last up, the only really other negative that I noticed, and this is the one that really bothers me a little bit, more than the other two at least, is the key, not the key, the lock piece on the top is a little bit finicky. Now, when you first put the key in, it turns totally fine getting it out, but when you get towards when it's almost all the way screwed in, it's a little bit finicky. You have to do it just right and line it up perfectly, otherwise it doesn't work as well. Not a huge deal, but something that is slightly annoying if I'm trying to hurry up at location. Just that couple extra seconds that is a little bit annoying to deal with, but overall not that big of a deal. So as far as the things I really do like, one, the top is very solid, as well as the base. All of this is very solid, hard, and then the stand is very sturdy and pretty heavy, so that if someone were to say like bump into it or whatever, it's not going to fall over. It probably will barely even move unless someone completely just falls into it. So overall, very sturdy, secure machine. Now, the other thing I really did like a lot, probably my favorite part about it, well, before I get to my favorite part about it, I do like how many gumballs it holds. I don't remember how many it holds, but it's several hundred, so you can really space out your collections if you want. Personally, I go once a month, but as I get more machines, I'll probably start moving some of them to a less frequent collection cycle to save myself time, but I do like doing it every month as of right now. That way, you know, I can show you all how good each machine does over the month. It's really more for the channel than anything else that I collected that frequently, but really not necessary. Now, getting to my favorite part about this machine is the coin mech. Very nice, solid, sturdy coin mech. Great thing about it is it won't jam, and that's because it is a drop-through coin mech. So if someone were to try to put a nickel or a dime or something like that in there, it's just going to fall through and get stuck in the container where all the quarters are held and not give them a gumball. So a little bit of free profit when that happens. That actually did happen a few times at one of my other locations, that a couple of nickels and dimes and pennies got put in there, and doesn't give you a gumball for that. So a little bit of free profit, which is nice, but overall, you know, it's not really that much money extra, but it is nice that I don't really have to worry about it jamming. So that's basically it for this machine. I don't know if I mentioned it. It is a Supreme Rhino Supreme Gumball machine. I got it from Gumball Machine Warehouse. It costs, I believe it was like $120, $130, including shipping. But after the coupon code I used, it ended up being $109. So pretty cool stuff. And that is going to wrap up this video. I got to go ahead and get this one placed now. Hopefully I can find a location today, because I have a very busy week. I work 5 doubles in a row at my serving job, so hopefully I can get this placed today. That way I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. And that is going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will catch you all in the next one.